Some great stakes action from coast to coast, including international action as well. On Sunday, it was Janta Manta taking out the Grade 1 USADA Kinnan.
Through the centre of the course, but it's Janta Manta that just holds sway at the moment from Mad Cool to the 200-metre marker, and also down the outside comes Sakura Tsushura, but it's going to go to Yuga Kawada on Janta Manta. Back to form today, Janta Manta wins it.
Janta Manta with a big win, earning a free berth in the $2 million FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile. Through the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series win, and you're in. Other standouts include AG Bullet in the Jaipa as a battle of the sprinters. We had Raging Torrent getting it done for Dougie Fresh in the Met Mile, and Darth Vader in the Ogden Phipps.
Yeah, Darth Vader was an 8-1 upset in the Grade 1 Ogden Phipps. That was her first Grade 1 victory in her career for trainer George Reaver. Raging Torrent, he ran in the Breeders' Cup Sprint last year, the Met Mile. That is a Breeders' Cup winning you're in for the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. I have a feeling they're going to use that berth to another particular race. Maybe they look at the Dirt Mile this year. Maybe they go to the Sprint like last year for Raging Torrent. And then AG Bullet, she ran really well in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint just a year ago over at Del Mar. She punches her ticket into the Turf Sprint once again with the victory over the boys as well in the Grade 1 Jaiper.
That was a monster. Look at Darth Vader just getting the kickback as well with that left graphic. So that's from the weekend that was. Let us know if you've watched any of these three, or maybe you helped you cash a big ticket. As you can see, yes, we're now getting across the pond the Royal Route to the Breeders' Cup. The Breeders' Cup Challenge race is coming up from Royal Ascot next week. The 5-day festival on the flats getting underway on Tuesday. We've got the Queen Anne Stakes and the King Charles III, Joaquin.
That's specifically at Royal Ascot with 4 races, part of the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series, but there's another one in Japan coming up this weekend as well. They have the Group 1 Takarazuka Kinen. That is going to be a Breeders' Cup winning you're in toward the Longjing Breeders' Cup Turf. That's going to be taking place at Hanshin Racecourse. So when you factor in the races at Royal Ascot, in addition to the one at Hanshin and the Group 1 Takarazuka Kinen, how about 5 part of the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series?
What else do you need? Triple Crown, we're through that. We're getting set for the Breeders' Cup. We've got Royal Ascot.
It's amazing, this sport, right? There's just no downtime. It's just like you get done with the Triple Crown, you roll right into Royal Ascot. You get done with Royal Ascot, you go right into summer racing at Saratoga and Del Mar.
Love it. And this will be some of the best wagering that we get all year long. Jess, Scott are both going to be out there live on site. The top hats and the tails, the pageantry really is second to none, and we've got some massive fields as well. So who's going to punch their ticket into the Breeders' Cup World Championships? Well, we'll soon find out. The first weekend of November down at the Seaside Oval. Joaquin, tickets still available, and they got a little something for everybody, from general admin to your high-end dining tickets to match.
And just think of some of the athletes that we could possibly see at Del Mar on November 1st. It could be one of the best Breeders' Cup Classics that we've ever seen assembled in quite some time, especially if these 3-year-olds continue to progress and take on the big boys and the older horses later on this year. Speaking of sovereignty and journalism, but you know, Del Mar, when they first hosted the Breeders' Cup in 2017, they knocked it out of the park then. They can accommodate whatever vibe you're looking for. You know, if whatever you're looking for, there's going to be a ticket to accommodate you from Del Mar in the Breeders' Cup.
Hopefully we can twist your arm to get you back down there as well.
Let's do it.
I hope so. Bring on summer.